Happy Sunday, everyone. It is quite early on a Sunday morning. I think it's earlier. Well, of course, it depends on time zones, but I feel like it's earlier for a lot of you than it even is for me. It's 10 a.m., but it's Sunday. So 10 a.m. it's still early. I have my first cup of coffee, so I'm not even caffeinated yet. And I have my book. And I am ready to dive in to what will be my final Amazing Readathon sprints because the month is almost over. Where, how, where did June go? Like, I don't even understand how we're on the last leg of the Amazing Readathon. Truly, I boggles the mind. But what am I reading? This week, I am doing a vlog, which, who is she? I haven't completed a vlog in like 2 months because I've been in such a weird reading space. I think I'm becoming a mood reader. Like I'm not able to stick to a TBR and vlogging has just been really weird for me. So I'm going to do it this week. I'm getting back into it. You're going to have a vlog for me next week. I'm saying it here now so that I don't scrap the vlog. Like I'm going to say it out loud and proud and then y'all need to hold me accountable to actually finishing this. But this week I am reading a plethora of books that Timmy's put on my TBR from my Land of Fairy Tales Patreon. I had 4 Patreon polls in the months of June and July. So since this week is both June and July, because it's like the week split in half, I decided to conquer those Patreon polls and actually just see, like, do my Land of Fairy Tale members know my reading taste? We will see, won't we? We will see. So I am reading Bewitched first. That's the one I'm starting with. I'm not very far through. Oh, did you see that? I threw the Kindle on the floor. Hold on. This is why I need the morning coffee right here. If nothing else shows why I need coffee in the morning. I'm 4 chapters in. I'm just about to start chapter 5, 9% in. So like I read it for 0.1 seconds yesterday. But so far so good. It literally flew right out of my hands. It's fine. Good thing is she's durable. Good thing. Anyway, I am 9% in. I have this from NetGalley because it also, if anybody doesn't know, this went on Read Now yesterday on NetGalley for the re-release, and I think the 3rd book coming out. So if you're interested in this book, it is on Read Now for NetGalley, or it was as of yesterday when I put it on my Kindle. So it was The Witches from the book. It's a witchy book. The witches, they did the things. So anyway, that's what I'm reading today. There's the answer to that question. Yeah. Let me scroll back up to the top of the comments and say hello to everybody. Hi, Ro. Oh, I'm so debating on this movie because I know that it's going to be great. It's not that because I know that you've told me it's great. I just see Supergirl as the TV show. Like I loved the TV show so much that to me, Melissa Benoist is Supergirl, and it's going to be really hard for me to see anybody else as Supergirl because I'm just attached to the TV show. And I thought the TV show did it so well that I'm having a hard time thinking about it any other way. And I know with superhero movies, we do have iterations. Like, obviously, we've had like 6 Spider-Man, and like 32 Batman. But like, I don't know. Just to me, that's who is Supergirl, if that makes sense. You're going to go see it on Tuesday. Love Superman last year. Have an arc for a novella I need to finish. It was due 3 days ago. That's okay. No big deal. I'm behind on so many arcs. I'm trying to stay up to date on the ones that are currently coming out, but we try to do the things. Court, I'm so excited for you to read this book. Beneath is such a fun one. Hello, good morning, Vanessa. How are you? Tennille is here. I saw this at the bookstore the other day. I didn't get it, but I did see it when I was at the bookstore. I went to the bookstore for really nothing in particular. But then I saw that they had Anatomy of Magic on the shelf early, and I had the audio arc of that book. So I was like, well, that just seems like what I should get. Go run, get the coffee. The coffee is needed. 9 a.m. and go Team Geronimo. Good morning. Reading The 7-Year Slip. I just read The Dead Romantics earlier this month. It's like my first Ashley Poston book, really, because I did try a novel love story and I didn't like it, so I DNF'd it. But I really enjoyed The Dead Romantics. And I have The 7-Year Slip, so at some point I will be reading that. Oh, you have rain? I do not have rain, but it's very gray. It's very gray. I feel like it's going to get humid. So at some point, I feel like this sweater is going to leave and I'm going to have to put on a t-shirt because even though it's not quite nice out now, I think what it's going to be is going to be like kind of gray and humid later once the day really kicks in. Happy Sunday. I love Coffee Twins. Heavenly Bodies. How are you liking this? This is one that I have on my TBR. I really liked Radio Silence. I really like this book. I felt it to be a very powerful book, as I do with all Alice Oseman books, to be honest. Torchwood. Coffee. It's needed. It's needed. Absolutely needed. Hello. Please do, because I filmed an entire vlog. Like, it's completely finished. And I didn't post it. I finished it and everything, and I didn't post it because I wasn't happy with how it turned out. And I think it's just me overthinking vlogs at the moment. I think I'm in an overthinking space just with vlogs because I took so much time off. So this week we're going to stick to it and we're actually going to post it. We're going to edit it and post it and not just leave it on my computer as like footage in the ether. That vlog had The Dead Romantics in it. I did read The Dead Romantics in that vlog. I read The Reappearance of Rachel Price. I read something else. Oh, all of the Summer Lovin'. It was over Face Off weekend. That's what I read. Oh, that's warm already. At 6 a.m. Oh, so warm. We're supposed to actually get some pretty warm weather this week. They're calling for like 25 as the high, which is still not insane compared to, I know, what some people are getting in the rest of the world, but you know, it hasn't been that warm here. Finished Fool's Errand yesterday, reading The Tainted Cup today, 54% in. I'm glad that you're liking The Tainted Cup. Loved this series. Honestly, for anyone who's read this, it's giving The Mummy to me a little bit. It's obviously witches. It's not mummies. But it kind of feels like The Mummy in a lot of ways, to me, 4 chapters in, which I like that movie. So that's not a problem. 3 p.m. I love how like we're all in different parts of our day because time zones. An Absent Dream. Reading Kill Creatures by Rory Power. Reading Cinder House for the Hugo voting prep. Libby granted all my wishes, but I have to get it all done in 21 days. I understand this. Do you want to know how many books I have currently borrowed from Libby? It's a problematic number. There's no way I'm reading or finishing all these books because I am in the middle of quite a few. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 books borrowed from Libby right now. It's overwhelming just looking at it. It's too many. It's too many. Reading Mile High, 34% in. Libby is evil. Evil. This is me, except we don't even have the rain. It's just gloomy. Just absolutely gloomy. for my jumping Kindle. I love this series. And the 3rd book comes out really, really soon. And I'm excited about it. 24 things this month. That's so many. That's amazing. feel free to take the next couple of days slow. I mean, if you want to just continue to power through for the rest of June, but like 24 is a lot. Good morning, Sarah. How are you? Oh, you're reading Kissed by the Gods. Well, you know how I felt about this. You know how I felt about this. And I feel like it's a hot take, but I DNF this book. And I could rant from high heavens about this book, unfortunately. I won't do that here because I'm sure some of you love this book. So I will not rant. But I could. And I think Sarah's heard my rant in a message chat somewhere. Good morning, Alicia. I'm doing errands today. Thank you for popping in. Hello. Unbound. That's one of the ones I have on my thingy. I have it on my Libby, and I've actually started it. I'm like 8% in. Fantastic, Supergirl. Not anymore. Not anymore. I've taken myself off a book buying ban because I have no reason. I stopped accidentally, and just at this point, whatever. I should probably get back on it though. Starting The Astronaut, go Geronimo. They are really, really quick reads. Very, very quick. Thank you. It's really not that I don't think you will enjoy it. I just wasn't happy with it because I felt awkward because it's just been so long since I've been vlogging. And also I feel like my reading is so, so different. Not what I'm reading the same books I always read, but like how I'm reading is so different. Like I only read 4 books in the entire month of June so far. So I'm just struggling with like a change in how I am, if that makes sense, and how that looks vlogging wise. But this week I'm going to figure it out. This week I am going to figure it out. But to be honest, I have 4 books set aside for this vlog. I read 4 books in June. So if I read 4 books in a vlog, that's not going to happen. I think we just assume it's not happening. Red Winter, grab your coffee. I feel like these could be like coffee morning Sunday sprints. Like that's what these are. Just have a cup of coffee together and read. Yeah, we're heading into warmth this week. Hello. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, cuz mine's like 25, 26, so that makes sense. This is your last TAR TBR done. This is what I mean. Like, how is it the end of the month? 30 on hold. Well, if they were all on hold, I would be fine. They're just all here. How many do I have on hold? Hold on. That number is also aggressive. Holds 38, which actually isn't that bad, to be honest. I thought it was going to be higher. Well, I could rant about some, you know me. I either am very passionate in my love for a book or I have a rant, you know? You get one or the other. I haven't really had it yet. And I've been watching so many people like in Europe having a heat wave. And I'm like, we're not warm yet. And I don't want to overcorrect and then be in that kind of heat. You know what I mean? Excessive heat warnings for the last 3 days. That's what I mean. Is so many people in the world have been so warm and I'm here sitting in a sweater. And I know this. I know this. Like I know this. It's just my brain is having a hard time realizing that. My brain is like, this feels wrong, but it's not. So I just need to like adjust my anxiety brain who overthinks everything. You know what I'm saying? So this week I'm just gonna make it. It's gonna go out. I think it's gonna be great. You know, we're gonna have a great time. I think we're gonna have great books. I hope we're gonna have great books. We'll see. Oh, me. Literally same. Oh, so same. So same. And now I'm just like, I can't stick to a TBR right now. That in 2026, it's just not possible anymore. But I used to all the time. And I think that's exactly why. That's the reason. June flew. It absolutely flew. 90s all week. Oh, that's so warm. 61. See, that's what I was expecting it to be. Although, to be honest, I did have a lot more paused holds before I did the video about what I had on hold on Libby. When I was making that video, I really went through and like deleted some holds for books that I really was no longer like interested in. Nice normal week, and then it's going to get hot. Reading the second half of Horrible Histories About Ireland, one of the first middle grades I actually feel too old for. I used to read so many more middle grades, and this year I read one, which is probably one more than I read last year. And I did really enjoy it, other than it accidentally didn't realize it was going to be a boat book. So it wasn't that it was a middle grade that I didn't love it. It was a boat book. Which I have to say, y'all are the most amazing audience out there, because the last few TBRs I have made, everyone will inform me thusly that one of the books is sneakily a boat book. And then I know to go in with that expectation. And I do appreciate these little like heads up, because there were two books that I put on TBRs recently that I did not realize were boaty. Metal Slinger. And then someone told me that there's some boatness happening in Shield of Sparrows. I haven't read that one yet. I did end up DNFing Metal Slinger. But like, I appreciate the heads up. I'm still doing actually sneakily well on some of my year-long TBRs. This one. I actually didn't even know that this was on my year-long TBR when I put it on Timmy's. When it came out of the jar, forgot wholeheartedly that I had put this on a year-long TBR. This is on my fantasy romance TBR for a one-word title. So I'm actually doing fairly okay in those, which is shocking information. You did have like your very large, like, this is the fantasy I want to do this year, but you've done a really good job at doing it. Yes. Although, to be honest, I didn't read enough of it to really get to the full Bodhi experience. And that's it. That's why I have so many holds, is because I'm like, okay, I know I'm going to read this later in the year, so I should put it on hold now so that like when I'm ready to read it, I can. 35%. The one I'm doing the best on is the romantasy one. Not surprising. I also did 2 vlogs earlier in the year for this challenge, so that's definitely why. And that's exactly, I think if anyone saw my most recent Timmy's TBR, I've decided to, at least for the summer, do away with rollovers. So I'm going to read as much of my TBR as I want, but if I don't get to something, that's okay. That's okay. So that's exactly how I'm looking at it for at least the time being, with not with just coming out of a reading slump, with, feeling like I'm reading less. This is the change I've had to make. Oh, it means the book takes place on a boat. Cuz I don't like books that takes place on boats. I find boat books to be the most boring thing I have ever tried to suffer through. No description of water, land hoe, rigging, fish will will make me entertained. It just won't. Okay, friends, I am trying to get us to the end of the comments so that we can get into a sprint, but we're getting into a 20-minute chat. So I want to keep us a little bit productive. So I am going to just do a final hello to Temmie and hello to Jen, and we are going to get into our first sprint. And yeah, we're going to be here for a fair few hours. I don't know really how long I'm going to go. Just as long as I want to, really. I don't have, that is not what I'm saying. Yap away. I'm just saying I'm going to, what I'm saying is I need to stop yapping. I need to stop yapping. Y'all are, I love you all so much. And I will see you all in an hour. Happy reading and coffee. Happy coffee. How did everybody's first sprint go? I got to 19% of Bewitched during that sprint. So I don't know. What was I at? 9? So I got like 10% done. Not bad. That's all I did. That was it. So, and I finished my first coffee. So I'm a little bit more awake than I was in our first chat, which is good. I also saw that we had Glenda and Andrea join us. Literally the victory to get out of bed. And on a Sunday, that is a true victory. Because even this morning, I hit snooze more times than I would like to count, honestly. Who's a snooze person? I know some people are like, no, I don't hit snooze. I get right up. Could not be me. Like, I leave time in my alarm to hit the snooze button. Like, I must at least hit it once, just a little extra few minutes in the morning. Good morning, Denise, on page 47 of The Many Daughters of Afong May. I don't know this book. I'm going to have to look it up. Let's go, Pandorica. Made it to 40% of the last Lunar Chronicles book. Nikki, I have been thinking about doing this. I've been thinking about finishing the Lunar Chronicles because I feel like at the end of the day, it's a little bit of a crime that I've never finished. Because you all know, like my whole members group is the land of fairy tales. I live for a fairy tale retelling, and I have read many fairy tale retelling in my time. Like I've probably read like easily over 100 fairy tale retellings in my lifetime. Maybe that's even like an underestimation. I've never counted, but like I've read a lot. And the fact that I never finished the Lunar Chronicles, I feel like it kind of like, I don't know, negates that I'm a fairy tale retelling lover because I haven't finished this. And I think the problem being is that because I have read so many fairy tale retellings, I compare it to a lot of others, and it's not as good as some of the fairy tale retellings I have read in my time. And that's okay. That's okay. But I feel like it is still like the quintessential fairy tale retelling series. I've only read Cinder and Scarlet. And I'm very much considering reading the other 3. 3? 2? What is the order? Cress, Winter. Where does Fairest go in? Is Fairest last, or is it like in the weird middle? See, this is what I mean, is I literally need to actually finish this. 40 pages. Started Hecate and got 13% and drank my coffee. These are coffee sprints today. That's what Sunday morning sprint should be, is coffee sprints. Coffee, breakfast, 9%. Brunch, and read some of A Matter of Murder. Chores in the next sprint, same. I'm going to take the first like 10, 15 minutes of this next sprint and fold one singular basket of laundry. I'm not going to tackle all the baskets because I do really want to read a significant amount of this today. I would like to at least get to the 50% point. So, but like also there's baskets of laundry. So I think that's what I'm going to do, is just like do one and then reward myself with reading for the rest of the sprint. 50 pages, a bit sleepy with the heat. It takes your energy out of you when it's really hot. Good morning, Joni. How are you? Woke up an hour ago, walked Allie, ate a muffin, and then played with Allie. Lovely. Got to 65% of the tainted cup. We'll be laundry twins. Maybe last sprint we all had our coffee. Who would like to fold laundry with me in this sprint? We'll just collectively do the same tasks in every sprint today. 58%. It's a novella, so reads really quickly. I love that. Like when you can like get a book done really fast. I wish I was more of a novella fan. There are very few novellas that I like because I do like a more in-depth story. I think I'm just so used to reading larger stories that I don't feel like I get enough from a novella. So I wish I was more into a novella. Read 2 chapters and Beneath and gonna do some Sims. Got from 23% to 37% on page 180. Hi, Steph. Meal prepping. This is something that I always say. Every time I see somebody doing in sprints, I'm like, I need to start doing that. Honestly, I might be sprinting for that long. We may end up seeing you finish it on these sprints. I've done this before too. I usually only do this when I have like somewhere I absolutely have to be, like I cannot miss it. It's not a problem. I see no problem with this. We're all snoozers. We like to hit a snooze. There's nothing wrong with this. That's why they make the function. Yay, finished book. Coffee, breakfast, reorganize my whole TBR sprint. I love a TBR cart. And I do think half the fun of having a TBR cart or having a bookshelf is the reorganizing process. The other day, I actually, as you can see, I have kind of a hole right here right now. And I didn't even mean to. I just started moving books around and then I ended up with a hole and lost the ability to figure out what I wanted to do with it. So right now it just has the books that I'm currently in the middle of, just chilling. That's not what's going to stay there. I just need to figure out what I want to do. But I just, got into it one afternoon and then stopped when I lost the ability to want to do it anymore. Got to page 70. I know. I know. I'm thinking about making it a series where I just finish it. I really am. I've debated it. That I just like make it a series to finish that series in particular. Oh, including sleepwalking to turn off alarms. So now I put alarms in different places. Interesting. I feel like sleepwalking can be very scary. I've never like had sleepwalking, but I feel like that would be very like a scary situation. Oh, I love this. This is such a hack. If I had smart lights, I would do this. 66%. Court, you need to just like make me do it. I was thinking because who did I talk to about this? I feel like we talked about this in a Patreon sprint at one point about Fairy Tale Friday. I think I might do it for that. And then I didn't sit down and start the whole series. I read two during a readathon, which was probably not the best time to read the first two, to be honest. I read them during Get a Clue a bajillion years ago. Fairest comes in between. There's the answer. I don't own Fairest. It's the only one I don't own. Fairest is a novella, though, right? I was going to skip because I tend to skip novellas in series, but I think I said that in a video once and Jess was like, do not skip Fairest. Like I got a strongly worded message from Jess to be like, do not skip Fairest. Because normally I do skip novellas in series. Like I'm like, it's the novella. I don't need to read the novella. And I skip it. 13%. Hadn't started reading until the spring, but my oldest started them after reading An Expert in School. And I liked it a lot. And I wish I would have read it 15 years ago in my YA era. It's 3.5. See, that's what I mean. It's the novella. But you can read it whenever. See, this is why I normally skip these because they're just like backstory. But I was told not to. Hi, how are you? Made it to 13% and I'll try to finish today. We could all do laundry together. This is what I'm saying. Laundry, everybody, all in this next sprint. Just maybe one basket, like I'm going to do. Like we don't need to do them all. That's very fair because that book was a lot. But like in the best way. Ooh, that makes sense with the name. I probably have this on my TBR and don't even realize it. My TBR is very long. Like so long. Making orange juice, like you just woke up in the middle of making orange juice. See, that's a little bit too freaky. I think I would be very stressed. We should do it together because that's where I'm going to start. I'm not rereading the first two. I'm just going to go right from. See, I was told absolutely not. But I'm not a novella reader, as said by earlier conversations. You know what I I will read it, I was told, you know? Oh, could have done without it, but focus on the main story. So, you see, but Jess told me. Jess was like, "You have to." So, I'll do it for Jess. You know what I mean? I also don't like villain origin stories, so that is also concerning about Ferris. You know what I mean? Because I'm not a villain origin story person a lot of times. I thank you. I DNF'd this. I DNF'd this for that exact reason. It was pointless and it was a villain origin story and I didn't care. I surely did not need 500 pages of Snow's origin story. Absolutely not. One thing I do need to do though, I think, is watch the movie before watching Sunrise on the Reaping. Blank, totally blew a blank there. Because I think I do want to watch the movie. I think I won't mind it as much in a condensed movie version. Also, I've heard the movie isn't that bad. Oh, that does make sense. See, I just don't love that type of story, but that's just me. Like everybody likes different things. That's why reading is subjective, right? See, and that's probably what you're talking about is like it gives insight to something for somebody else, which is why I probably will. I'll read it because again, I told Jess I would. And when I tell friends I'm going to do something, I follow the direction. So I'm going to go fold laundry for like the first 10, 15 minutes of this sprint. And then I'm going to get in to Bewitched. And I will see you all in an hour. Hello, friends. How did everybody's sprint go? I had a little bit more of a hectic sprint, so I actually did not get as much reading done as I wanted to, but that's absolutely fine. I did fold the load of laundry that I was going to fold, and I got to 23% of Bewitched. So there we go, 23%. Making our way through. But this next sprint should be a lot calmer. It's just my son was heading out for a sleepover, so I had to facilitate like getting him out the door. So I was, doing the facilitating of those things. So now that they are gone, I can just sit in the house and read for the next hour, which I'm not mad at. Should I probably do some housework? Probably. But I'm not going to. I'm not. Also, I saw that Bree's here. Hello, Bree. Bree, we were talking about earlier how we cannot believe it's the last leg of the Amazing Readathon. Like, where did it go? But also, since I don't think I'm going to have any more sprints before the Amazing Readathon is over, I just think we all need to get Bree the claps for how much work goes into this readathon, how amazing it is. It's such a fun month of reading, and so much goes on behind the scenes that like even outside of me as a host, like so much happens. Bree is doing so much months in advance. So like everyone this week, as we head into the end, reminders to be so thankful for all the work that went into this. Went outside and read 32 pages on page 79, and the weather is perfect. It is humid here today. I'm not gonna lie. I was running up and down. It's fine if you're just sitting, but when I was running up and down, I was like, I am getting a bit dewy. Like it's just a bit too warm today in the humidity way. It's not really like warm though. Like it's 20 degrees, but it's 80% humidity, which means my air is soup. 26% of Beneath. Worked on a to-do list and listened to some of Jaren. Went down a rabbit hole of no reading. That is absolutely fine. May go back to it in the next sprint. I was intrigued. You know what? Go down the rabbit hole. I support it. An hour and 20 minutes left in Beneath. Oh my goodness, you're both reading Beneath. I'm trying to think. There's a lot happens at the end of that book. a lot happens. I wish you the best. You're going to need the next book immediately, and unfortunately, it's not out yet. I still need to go read Conform. Made a latte, started a load of laundry. Allie was hyper, so I played a lot and read 25 pages. Did not read, but did a little of Disney Dreamlight Valley. 44% and currently pulled over alongside the interstate to find a screw. Oh no. Oh no, Nikki. Oh no. As I was reading the comment, I was getting more and more horrified. I was like, what is happening? Oh, that's the worst. Because like that's so small. What a small little screw. I wish you all the best. Finally reading 70 pages into the grade alone. Listen to my audiobook in the next sprint, but need to do some content planning today. This is fair. I think for next month, I'm trying to let me go look for July. I feel like my content's mostly planned. I have one YouTube video that I have no idea what it's going to be. But considering, that's not bad out of like the 7 that I make. And I don't plan that far ahead on Instagram. I've tried, but I can't plan the whole month. It doesn't work. So I plan weekly for Instagram and TikTok. So next week's planned. And actually, shockingly, quite a few of the Instagram posts are already made. Who am I? I don't know. 88% will finish in the next sprint. Grocery store run. I did that on Friday. I did a big grocery store shop on Friday. Oh, closing sprints. I will try to be at those. Oh, I hope I can make it. But these are like my last like hosted sprints. But I'm like, I think I can get there on Tuesday. Hope so. I honestly can't even think. This week's a little bit of a weird week because we have a holiday like midweek here in Canada. We have Canada Day on Wednesday. Like, what a weird random holiday. Just like middle of the week. But what a great time to have a holiday midweek. Because like Wednesday is the worst day of the week. So imagine like, you do Monday, Tuesday, you have Wednesday off, Thursday, Friday off. You know what I mean? Like it, it, it just breaks up the week in such a nice way. Battled with my video clips for my July TBR, so no reading. Was hoping to be done and uploaded by now, but alas, still editing. Been there. Been there many a time. It will get done. It will get done and it will get posted. And when it's done, it's done. Washed my hair in that sprint, and as a curly haired girl, that took me 40 minutes. Thinking of heading out to the farmer's market. I don't have curly hair. I have wavy hair. It could be curly if I wanted to do like a lot to it, but I straighten it because I'm right in the middle of like the natural wave to my hair. I don't love. And again, if I wanted to do a full method, I could get not ringlets by any means, but I could get curls. But I just don't know. It's not even that I don't have the time. I totally have the time. I don't have the time to learn how to do it, if that makes sense. Because it's like it's a learning curve to learn how. Did some men got wrapped into work stuff and put food in the oven for lunch. It's Sunday. Let me pee. Truly. Finished my book. Literally, right? It's been an amazing month. 76%. Oh, villain origin stories. Demon in the Woods short story. Oh, for Shadow and Bone. We're just talking about all the series that I feel ashamed I haven't read. That's what this sprint is. I read the first Shadow and Bone and then I didn't continue. Which also means I haven't read Six of Crows, which I think is the real crime, is that I haven't read Six of Crows and King of Scars. I know. I know. I know. I know. Oh, this is for the Tainted Cup. Hello, Abby. How are you? Did some self-care and read 40-ish pages of Queen of Shadows. Started the month with Conform and it's a 5-star. Ended with Beneath and it's a 5-star. This was the book I was going to buy yesterday when I went to the store. Because I was like, okay, I'm going to the store. I'm only allowing myself to buy one book at Indigo. And I say that because if you've seen my TikTok or my Instagram, you will see that I did buy more books at other bookstores. I went to a used bookstore as well and also bought books there, but they were used and they were cheaper. So girl math. And I was going to buy Conform, but then again, I did see Anatomy of Magic on the shelf early. So I got that instead because I have the audiobook and I started it yesterday too. And it was the right choice. My first stop when we get here will be to buy a new set of glasses and repair kits and spare screws. That is very smart to have on hand. As someone who has glasses, smart thing to have. Good morning. Finished up Tropic of Serpents. Is that a Natural History of Dragons? Is that in that series or am I thinking incorrectly? It's fine. It's not July 1st yet. Y'all are fine. And it can go out after that too, but probably. Oh yeah, we have a whole parade. My whole like main street is going to be closed down, which is fun, but also like kind of annoying if you're not going to the parade. I haven't quite decided if we're going to the parade or not. The problem with the parade is you have to go like 3 hours before the parade actually starts to actually get a good spot. The thing is now in this humidity, I'll straighten it and it will not last. The straightness, it's not yet, although it is starting to get larger. It's not getting curly, but it's getting larger. My hair grows exponentially in the humidity. So then I really need to straighten it because if not, it's like frizz and large and in charge. What's the caterpillar space today? Oh, the actual space with caterpillars. For some reason, I thought this was like a play space for your kids. And I was like, what? Do I know about this? But it's actual caterpillars. like the real ones. I think it's too YA for me, to be truthfully honest, but I know I need to read Six of Crows, and I feel like I should read I know I don't have to, but I think it would be the correct answer to read that one first. I think a lot of people think that, like, it's not the best, but I do feel like I want the backstory, so I have to just, like, push through it, you know? I'm glad you're enjoying the Tainted Cup. As we all know, I did DNF the Tainted Cup, and don't throw tomatoes at me. It's okay. Reading is subjective. Also, I just don't think I'm a mysteries. Like, I like a thriller. I don't think I like a mystery. I really don't like a classic mystery, and it was just too classic mystery for me. Hello, friends. How are you? Look at me knowing what series you're reading. Sometimes I feel really confident and I say it with confidence, and then I realize I am incorrect. Join me in the audiobook era. I started reading a physical book and I do need to finish it because it is an arc and I do need to finish it. But I'm like, oh, I haven't physically read in so long. I got tired so quickly physically reading. Like my brain was like, and I'm out and I'm tired. Folded Laundry got 81% of borderline. I love that we all collectively did our laundry. What are we all going to collectively do in this sprint? We did coffee in the first sprint. We did laundry in the second sprint. What's this one? I don't really have anything that I specifically need to do, but like I could be brought into a task. Maybe refill the coffee. I don't know. Oh, then you definitely need to keep stuff if everyone in your house has glasses. Actually, same. The only person in my house that doesn't is my son. Oh, that's nice. You can like see it from the windows? See, that's clutch. That's nice because then you can just like watch from the comfort of your own home. I don't think I knew this. I'm positive I didn't know this. Or if I did, it didn't cement in my mind. I can imagine the kids are having a great time. Literally. That's why I have to strain it, and I have to, like normally, I can strain my hair in the morning and it's fine. Like, midday in this humidity, it will need a second run through. Good morning, more. Drinking coffee. We'll start Scandal of the Summer. Started Six of Crows in May. Put it down. I think it is, to be honest. Like, but I think that's what will make me like it if it's a little mafia-y, because I do love a good mafia one. We always have some Mounties in our parade, and they're red. How they do not actually police anywhere. Because the thing is, like, the Mounties are actually police. Like, they're real police, and they look like real policemen. But in a parade, we do make them wear the red suit and the big hats, and we put them on horses. We want them to be historically accurate Mounties. Enjoyed the Tainted Cup and just went ahead and bought all 3 books in the series. The third one comes out really soon, or the fourth. The next one. Kitchen chores. Oh, I should join you on that. Dishes. See, that's the one I was thinking. Is the kitchen chore that I should do is the dishes. Where's the fun in that? Read on reading sprints. Who are we? I should probably actually have lunch in the next sprint because it is 1:00 or 1:45, and I haven't had lunch yet. No. No, they do not. They ride in police cars. Look like regular police, unfortunately. I'm so sorry. It is unfortunate that yeah, no. The only time they do that is where the horses and the hootenanny is for like kids things. They'll do like horse shows. Again, like it's all pomp and circumstance stuff. It's not read. Or not read. See, I saw this comment and my brain went read. Because I saw reading sprints. They don't like day to day do that. Hold on, I'm jumping around the comments, which I shouldn't do. We all know this. 4-star, but having fun with mysteries. And I feel like that's a good break from like the chunky fantasies you've been having. Chances are y'all have glasses soon enough. Kitchen chores. Y'all, I'm sorry. Honestly, we're great for other reasons, but we do not have Mounties just running around. We do have Mounties just running around. They look just like police. They're not anything special. Um, I might eat. That's probably what I'm going to do. I should join you in washing dishes, but also I'm kind of a little bit hungry. And we do have, so I went to Costco and got these frozen quesadillas that they have, which I've had before and was obsessed with. So I might pop one of those in the air fryer and have that. Actually, decision made. I'm going to pop one of those in the air fryer and have that. So while it's cooking, I will read, then I will eat, and then I will read again. Lunch. Decided. Um, yeah, just, please. This is true. This is very true because I'm just going to make more. Order of operations B. Okay, friends, I will see you all in an hour because now that I'm talking about the food, I am actually hungry more than I was before I started talking about it.
I ate lunch. Yay. I also made another coffee, which is about half gone, and I read to 27% of Bewitched. And I do think this is going to be our final sprint because my mom called and was like, hey, do you want to go shopping with me while Matt's not home, while my son isn't home? And I was like, yes, yes, I do. So, so I think I'm gonna go shopping. I need some new summer clothes, and I've been putting it off and putting it off. And I had plans to do it a couple weeks ago, but long story short, we had something happen in my family. Everyone is fine now. But we had a couple weeks where one of my family members was in the hospital, and the world went crazy over here. So like, again, everyone is fine now. Everything is fine. But it just made it difficult to get out and do things, and the shopping trip just kept getting pushed off and pushed off. And like, I have like 4 t-shirts from last summer that are still in good condition, because I will buy, like, these are, not what I'm talking about, but I mean like just, like a thin cotton t-shirt that is just like one solid color, and you wear it all the time through the summer, and by the end of summer it's of no use anymore, because it was probably like a $10 t-shirt. It's not the best of, quality, and you wear it all summer. It gets stains, it gets rips, the cat picks a hole in it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what the ones from last year currently look like. And I'm like, okay, I need new ones for this summer. And it hasn't really been an issue because it's been cold here. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. But like, even this week, I was like, oh, I need to wear some nicer, I need to wear summer clothes. And everything I have as holes and stains. Do you understand what I mean? Like, I need to, or this, like, I just prefer like a solid tee just for me. Tank tops, exactly. Like that exact vibe, just a t-shirt. And they really only last like one summer season. So I really need new ones. And next week we're looking at like warm temperatures basically all week. The humidity is going to be like 80-90%. And I'm like, I don't have enough summer clothes. I did order a couple of sets. Shout out to Cassidy, who posted a little summer set that was like shorts and a little top. And I ended up ordering 2 of those and loving them. So Cassidy was correct that they were amazing. No shock there. I do have those, but I just need a couple other t-shirts. I don't really need any shorts. All my shorts from last year are fine and in good condition. And fit. So perfect. But I definitely need some new t-shirts. So I think that's what I'm going to go do. And we're going towards like a shopping area that has a brand new cookie shop that just opened called the Cookie Jar, which apparently is in like Ontario, Canada. And they have now just opened one. It opened like 4 days ago. So it is like brand new, opened in Nova Scotia. And I don't know what the lineups are going to be. So it does depend on the lineups, because I have seen in their Instagram that they've sold out the last 2 days, or like basically every day they've been open. So I kind of want to go check out the new cookie spot just because, like, hey, I'm going to be there. Why not treat myself to a fancy cookie? But also, if the lineup is crazy, I may just wait until like the novelty wears down a little bit. It depends. If the lineup is within the confines of the store, I will stand in line. If it has exited the store and is now wrapping around the building, I am not a stand in line. Not for something like that. Not for like when I know it's going to get less sooner rather than later. Oh, what is a mocha nut? What is this, like a coffee donut? What is a mocha nut? I don't know what this is, but it sounds amazing. And I want one. I'm just excited we're starting to get stuff here in like Eastern Canada, because for a very long time, and still to some extent, businesses thought Canada stopped at Quebec and they forgot about the rest of us. everybody on the East Coast. Oh, with rice flour. Okay. So kind of like mochi. I read that wrong. It's like a mochi donut. Got you. Okay. I read it as mocha chocolate, not as mochi. Mochi nut is what I read it wrong. Perfect. Okay, got you. So yeah, I might also sneakily get a cookie. I love mochi. So like a mochi donut? Yes, please. Like yes, please. Okay, I need to scroll up because I just started talking about clothes and hitting the comments that were closest to there. And I haven't said hello to Jen yet. Sorry you had a bad night's sleep, Jen. I'm glad you got to sleep in though. No reading, worked on a puzzle and spun some vinyl. Finished the 7-year slip. Saw my eyes out. That tracks from what I read in the Dead Romantics. That tracks. And I've heard this one is even sadder. Leftover pasta. Oh, I love pasta. I'm going out to dinner tonight and I have no idea what I'm going to have. But I'm excited to not have to cook it. 34% into Beneath and made some Sims progress. 95% into Beneath. I love how your 2 updates have always been like almost back to back in the sprints all day. 30% into The Great Alone. Thank you. I'm excited to get out. I mean, Sunday, it's going to be busy. Maybe not because I see the sun is starting to poke out, so people might be outside versus inside. It's okay. It is what it is, right? Scrub the Instant Pot, then put the roast and chopped veggies in a pressure cooker. Also listen to A Matter of Murder. 100 pages into The Red Winter. Decided to DNF. You know what? I support a DNF. I'm trying to get better at not feeling guilt around DNFs, so I'm going to praise you for that. Because we should just release the books that aren't serving us. Started Delicate Escape by Catherine Cowles. I need to read more Catherine Cowles after reading all the missing pieces because I want to read more. I also am not a huge clothes shopping fan, but if I do it usually it's with my mom. I'm not going to lie. Usually it's with my mom. We are shoppers together. And I feel like it's a little bit more fun when you do it with a friend. I just don't really have like friends that live close enough that I can go like shopping with like that. Like if I'm doing anything, it's like couples things. Do you know what I mean? Like with friends that live close. So usually if I'm going to go shopping, it's with my mom. We're like, okay, let's go both go shopping. Got to 88% of the Tainted Cup. I'll do lunch and finish this book out. Read 2 chapters of The Spell Shop. Hi, Coco. Unfortunately, that was the last sprint, but I'm so glad that you got to pop in even for just a little bit. Trying to finish Lemon Meringue Pie Murder before my nephew wakes up. Oh, trying to get it done during the nap. I get you. It's been a while since that's been my life, but I actually follow someone on TikTok who has small kids and they do nap like vlogs of like how much they can read during the nap. And I find that so fun. And I would have totally done that when my kid was small. Need to do some meal planning and place a grocery order. Been procrastinating it all weekend. I did my groceries on Friday. I used to do them on Sunday morning, like consistently. I would get up on Sunday morning and I've switched to Fridays and I've actually been not minding that switch. I thought Fridays would be too busy, but it hasn't been too bad. You should do it. Although also I understand not wanting to leave the house. But like a bookstore is a fun activity to go out for. Audiobook or coloring, but I feel like that sprint went really fast. It did go really fast. Agreed. Thank you. Everyone else have a fantastic time too. Thank you. I hope you all have a great rest of your weekend. I can't believe the weekend is like almost over. What the heck? I know for at least all the Canadians and the Americans, we all have a holiday next week because of 4th of July and July 1st. I don't know about anybody else, but we have a holiday on a Wednesday, being July 1st. Taking a break from meal prep, hoping to read in the pool. Yes, pool reading. Hello, Alicia. Thank you so much. Building new bookcases. Yes, or sprint together, in the Discord. Thank you again, friends. And I will see you. I actually don't know when I'll see you. Hopefully, I will be on kickoff sprints, but Tuesday again, with the holiday being Wednesday. I'm going to attempt to. But if not, you will see an announcement video from me on Friday that will announce potentially a little fun readathon that I'm doing in July. So, you know what? Look out for that on Friday, and that will come with some sprints and stuff that I'll be doing in July as well. So, and you will see me the following week with the vlog that I will post. I will. It may be a hot mess, but I will post it. Because I've got you all accountability posting. So I will see you all really soon. And thank you so much for hanging out with me on a Sunday morning, friends. It's been really fun. Bye.